Manga Wido.
My name is Rika Koyama. I got married last year and had a long-awaited child. However, my son Soda was a very irritable child who woke up frequently at night. Thanks to that, I was exhausted every day. My parents and in-laws are too far away for me to rely on them. Coupled with the fact that we just moved to our current house due to my husband's job transfer, and I was still unfamiliar with the area, I was tired every day. My child was adorable, of course, and my husband would watch the kids on his days off to give me a break. My own mother told me, baby time goes by so fast, enjoy the moment. And I tried my best to raise my child. But today, I was feeling down. I got on a bus for a medical checkup, and the old lady sitting next to me was very rude to me.
It's cold, and you don't even put socks in the baby? Don't you feel sorry for him?
It's spring, and it's hot in the carrier, so...
How many months is he?
4 months.
Isn't he too skinny? Are you breastfeeding him?
Yes, and he's average weight.
You're not relying on milk, are you? Milk is no good. It's bad for them.
The OB said I could feed him on a combination. Is that all? The baby's scared. I tried to talk back, but she said, I can't believe you won't listen to me. I feel bad for the baby with a parent like you. And I almost cried. Fortunately, I got to the bus stop, and the old lady let me go. I was told by the doctor at the checkup that my child was growing up fine, but the old lady's words remained in my ears. I hope I won't meet someone like that on the bus on the way home. I boarded the bus with trepidation. Thank God the old lady wasn't there. The seats were empty, and I was able to sit down. I hope I can go home without any problems. Relieved, I turned to look out for my seat. So, Soda, what's wrong? Are you sleepy? Soda suddenly started crying. I tried to get him to play with toys and show him videos on the phone, but it didn't work. I'll have to stand up and comfort him. It's pretty bumpy from here on out, though. Soda was bawling, and all eyes in the bus are on him. If someone like that old lady I met on the way here says, poor baby, I got up from my seat because I was afraid of that. Don't cry, Soda. See? Look outside. There's a lot of cars. No, he won't stop crying unless I breastfeed him. Soda goes into a full-on wailing mode, and only me breastfeeding him will stop him. I put on a nursing cap over his head and took off the carrier strap. I wasn't sure I could do it in the rocking bus. I'll just get off at the next stop, breastfeed him on the bench, and go home. I was praying to get to the bus stop as soon as possible. A Yankee approached me with a scary look on his face. He might say we're noisy.
Make him stop crying if you're his mother.
I knew it. I'm sorry. I'll get off at the next stop.
I hate people who say things like that. I was just kidding.
The Yankee finally smiled and looked into Soda's face. I didn't know what was going on, and all I could do was ask back, what?
I have 3 little brothers, so I know that babies won't stop crying no matter what sometimes. Don't worry, they're probably not mad at you either.
I look around. Businessmen, elderly people, and even high school girls are nodding their heads. I almost cried, but in a different way than before.
That carrier lets you carry him facing forward, right? Why don't you put him facing forward? He'll feel different when the view changes.
I've never done that before.
Let me help you. Just sit here.
I returned to the seat as I was told, and with the Yankee's help, I put Soda in a forward-facing hug. Wow, he stopped crying.
See, my little brother likes this too, but it's scary facing forward if you're not used to it, right? If that's the case, I'll help you put him back when you get off the bus.
Thank you. That was a big help. I was a bit defensive because of the memory of the old lady being sarcastic to me on the bus on the way here, but I didn't know there were such kind people. I was so happy. My eyes watered up. But my joy didn't stop there. When Soda started crying again at the sound of the horn.
Oh, he's crying.
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. Let him watch this. He'll stop the crying if you play this.
A high school girl standing nearby holds out a large tablet. She played a video that's rumored to make babies stop crying.
I knew it. My niece loves this. Please use it until you get off.
Thank you. The high school girl smiling makes me almost cry again. After that, I received a stuffed animal from an elderly lady who said, I knitted it. Here you go. And a businessman said to me, "You're doing a great job. Don't push yourself too hard." I had a lot of unbelievable things happen. Thank you. Thank you all so much. It really made me realize that the world is not so bad after all. Eventually, my stop was approaching. Thank you very much for your help.
My youngest brother is still a baby. I take care of him. I'm sure you'll be fine, because everyone who's raising a child is a friend. Well, take care.
Yes, thank you so much. The Yankee did as he said and helped me turn him around for the last time and saw me off. I was worried about being in an unfamiliar place for a long time, but I was so glad to know that there were so many warm people here. My husband also bought me sweets that day to say thank you for the checkup, and I was able to go to sleep happy. But the good things don't last. The next week, I visited the hospital for vaccinations. Oh no, it's that old lady. I ran into the old lady who was repeatedly sarcastic to me on the bus that day. I sat as far away from her as possible so she wouldn't notice me, but...
How many months is he? Are you breastfeeding him? He's kinda small.
Yes. The old lady came all the way over here and talked to me. I don't know if she realizes I'm the one she rode the bus with the other day, but she started talking about the same thing she did before, and I got so tired of it. I'm sure she's getting involved with all kinds of moms like this. I just let it slide, but the hospital was crowded and it was taking time to be called. The child's emotions won't develop if they're on the phone all the time. You have to look at your baby in the eye when you're breastfeeding. The old lady would ramble on and on about baseless things. And each time she told me, "You should be thankful that I'm teaching you." I can't take it anymore. I've had enough. I was about to say something back when...
Shut up, old lady. You'll wake up my son. Be quiet. This is a hospital.
I heard such a voice from the seat diagonally behind me. Wait, that voice. When I looked toward the voice, it's the Yankee who helped me on the bus that time. He's got the same papers as me, so I'm sure he's here for a vaccination. He said he was taking care of his little brother, but what a nice big brother to even bring him here for vaccination. The Yankee went up to her and stood in front of the old lady.
What do you want?
What are you talking about, rambling about how she doesn't love him and how he'll grow up to be a failure?
Shut up! How dare a young delinquent like you, who shouldn't even have talked back to a veteran of life?
Huh? He's not my kid. He's my brother. Tell me, old lady, on what basis did you lecture her?
Well, it's just the experience over the years.
How can just one person's experience be so valuable? Let me ask you, have you read any recent parenting books? I buy one every time I have a baby brother. What you said is all out of date now.
I knew he was a smart kid, but I admire him so much for reading parenting books. I've read it too before, but I'm no comparison to the him who raised 3 brothers. I just bow and scamper off in the situation. But the old lady was still snickering and confronting the Yankee.
I've lived much longer than you, and I know a lot more than you.
Still talking back, me and everyone else who was watching the commotion sighed. At that moment, Ito-san, are you making a scene again? I told you before to stop getting involved with new mothers. The nurse came over with a glare in her eyes. Apparently, this old lady does this regularly. Voices came from everywhere in response to the nurse's voice.
That Iro-san talks so much about raising kids, but she doesn't even have any kids, and apparently she's not even married to begin with.
Oh, I heard that she got married, but her husband ran away from her because she didn't clean the house or cook meals properly.
That's right. That's right. And she's even been single ever since. That's why she's here acting all high and mighty with the young ones.
Apparently, the neighbors don't like her either. What? You've never raised a child and you were talking about experience? I just said what I thought. Even the Yankee was fed up, saying, "Are you serious?" The old lady's face was bright red and shaking.
Enough! I'm leaving. You two remember that.
Wait! The nurse chases after the old woman who ran away. After a few minutes, the old lady was dragged back into the examination room. She was so loud I could hear everything that was going on inside.
Why am I getting banned? I only said it for the sake of the young people.
The head doctor told you before that he doesn't want people who cause trouble to come to the clinic. We warned you before, but this is the 3rd time. We've lost our patience. If you come again, I'll call the police.
No way.
Looks like the old lady was banned. I didn't know they banned people from hospitals too. Well, there are other hospitals around here, so I guess she won't be in trouble. You helped me on the bus before, and you helped me again. Thank you so much.
No. I'm sorry. I got heated too, but that old lady really irritated me.
I actually had a bad experience with her before too.
Is that so?
Yes, I'm glad it didn't happen again today. Thank you very much. After that, I often met Shumakan at parks and childcare centers, and we became not just friends, but friends in child rearing. Shumakan has a lot of knowledge about child rearing and has a lot to teach. In return, I'm a good cook, so I teach him recipes for easy and simple baby food, and we get along well. I feel a little better now that I have someone I can talk to. I'm still a newbie, so every day is tough though. I'm sure this hardship is only for now. I want to cherish these days so that when Soda grows up, I can say, that time was tough, but it was a good memory. I will do my best to raise Soda so that he can become a wonderful adult like Shoma-kun.
Hoàng hôn buông xuống, biển và gió, mặt trời đang xuống dần ngoài khơi xa. Tiếng sóng biển rì rào, những ánh đèn le lói trên những con tàu ngoài khơi xa. Hàng dương xanh du dương theo sóng biển. Mọi thứ trở nên hoàn hảo nếu có em. Anh đang ngồi nơi mà chúng ta thường hay đến. Sóng biển đang xô mạnh vào đá, như muốn nói em đang nơi đâu. Như muốn nói em đang nơi đâu. Gió biển muốn nói gì? Gió biển muốn nói rằng gió biển muốn nói gì? Gió biển muốn nói em đâu, em đâu, em nơi đâu. Hoàng hôn buông xuống, biển và gió, mặt trời đang xuống dần ngoài khơi xa. Tiếng sóng biển rì rào, những ánh đèn le lói trên những con tàu ngoài khơi xa. Hàng dương xanh du dương theo sóng biển. Mọi thứ trở nên hoàn hảo nếu có em. Anh đang ngồi nơi đây, nơi mà chúng ta thường hay đến. Sóng biển đang xô mạnh vào đá, như muốn nói em đang nơi đâu. Như muốn nói em đang nơi đâu. Sóng biển đang xô mạnh vào đá, như muốn nói em đang nơi đâu.